Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me once again for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. I'm Yvonne. How's it going? Just want to take a second to check in on you and know that everybody's got struggles, everybody has challenges, and just want to throw it out there. We just want to honor how you might be feeling today, the last few days, the last week, whatever. I'm just wondering, how are you doing? How are you faring? And what is going on? And at some point, we'll be able to hear from you. But I just want you to know that I'm thinking of you. Everyone who's a part of this is thinking of you, and we get it. Okay, our struggles are not all the same. I recognize that. We all have challenges, they're different, but just knowing that someone cares enough to ask you how you're doing, and we all know this, that isn't always the case, right? So just thinking about you, just want to let you know that. All right, so what is going on new with me? Not a whole lot. However, here is a story, and you just tell me what you're thinking. So, I have been with my company now for 9 years, and well, I guess my company really 10 years, but in this department for the last nine. Okay, I'm on my third manager. The first two, nice enough gentlemen, they really were. And before I accepted the job, I made it very clear that I wanted to learn new things and I wanted to grow within the department, right? And they're like, yeah, that sounds great. Okay, we'll do what we can to help you. Great. So every few weeks, I would ask, okay, what do I need to do? How can you help me to progress, right? And at first, they would listen. Then, um, I guess ignoring what I had to say and just kind of skipping past it. And the first manager kind of got to the point where he would just cancel our meetings. He knew what I was going to ask. He didn't want to do it, didn't want to help, and so just canceled the meeting. So, guess that's done, right? The second manager approached things very similarly. And finally, and now this was 6 years ago, and I asked, it was after my annual review, our one-on-one, and he says, "What can I do to help you?" And I said, "Well, can you help me progress to the next level? I mean, what do I need to know to move on?" He listened politely. When I was done, he looked at me and said, "You are doing a great job. There is no shame in your current role, and you can stay until you retire." Okay, you tell me what you think about that. I was just stunned that anyone would really say that to someone, but guess what? It happened. And I attempted to protest, nicely, of course, and he cut me off and made it very clear that if I pursued my line of questioning, what would happen next, I wouldn't be happy with it. Okay, so that was 6 years ago. Done. Never. Well, 6.5 years ago now. So I never asked him again for any help because I knew what he was thinking, what he was feeling, and how it was going to go for me. I was done. So 4 months ago, I got a new manager, and I absolutely love her. We get along great. She treats me as a partner. She recognizes my value to the organization, and anything she can do to help, she does. So I'm so grateful, so very appreciative of that. And here's the next part that I was stunned into silence, right? Because she said, okay, so, because we have our one on ones weekly. And she said, our next one, I want to sit down with you and I want to know what your thoughts are for whatever you want. Do you want to move up? Is there something else within your current role that you want to know? I want to help you. So whatever I can do to assist you is what I will do. And I'm like, oh, this is fabulous. Seriously? I didn't say that. I was like, thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm going to put some thought into it and we will make a plan. And just stunned because this is the first person in 9 years within this department who wanted to help me. So I'm very appreciative of that. And I know a bunch of you are struggling with similar issues at work. And just know, obviously, I've been there. I've seen it. I get it. So I just wanted to share that after 9 years, there's some hope. I just kind of feel like I've been in the darkness for 9 years. And it's the first little bit of light I've received. And who knows where this is going to go? I don't know. But the fact that somebody would ask, I am just very, very grateful. So I just wanted to share that with all of you. All right. So the next thing I want to share with you, and you're going to be like, what? She's actually saying that? Because I don't care much for these polls about how much people should have at certain age brackets in their retirement account. Don't like those because it pits me against similar people or people in my age range, which I don't like because I can't be them. They can't be me. I can only stay in my lane and do what I need to do for me, right? But I came across this article that I thought I would share with you, and I'll tell you why I think it's really kind of interesting. So Northwestern Mutual, okay, Northwestern, one word, Mutual, Mutual, median, Median, versus mean, Mean. So just Google that and you will pop up a number of things, and it's an article June 2025. And the reason why I just wanted to share this, because there is a bracket saying, okay, so if you're in this age range, the median is this, the average is this. Okay, so it's there, but then there's another part of this article that says net worth. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because there's a way to figure out what your net worth is. I know a few episodes ago I had mentioned how I had found this place where I could put in all my information and it told me what my net worth is. And it was like, oh, that's decent. I just, never thought, what are all my assets? What are my liabilities? And there is how you create the picture of your net worth. And I just think it was worth you taking a look at it and seeing, or at least be able to figure out what it might be, because we're putting money away for retirement. I'm gonna stop myself right there. Have you gone to HR and have you set up your retirement account? So whatever it happens to be, is it 403B, I think, or for your 401k? There's different ones. Figure out what your institution offers, or just straight up IRA. So just, get that started. Put any amount of money you can to get started, because that's the only way you're going to get from point A to point B is to get started. And we all know that we're going to need other sources of income in retirement, right? We can't just depend on Social Security. It's not enough to do it. It was never designed to take care of all of your expenses in retirement. Never was. So take care of yourselves. Okay. So having said that, you're looking at your net worth, your retirement savings, your regular savings, emergency savings, whatever you happen to have, your paid off vehicles. Okay. Those are your assets, minus whatever debts that you have. So just please go and figure that out. When I sat down with the financial planner not too long ago, it was one of her first questions. Well, she knew what I had in my retirement account. We talked about savings, but then she asked about what my debts were. And I told her the only thing I had, house and student loans. So that is it. Everything else gets paid off at the end of the month. So knowing all of that, I was able to figure out my net worth. And I bring that up again, not to say, "Ooh, I have this," or you have all of that. Mm-mm. One of the things to keep in mind is in retirement. So sometime after age 62, um, they have what's that reverse mortgage. I mean, it's a thought. It's just things we're throwing out there. These are options, and just you have options when you have assets. Okay, and that's the big thing right there, assets. So just look into that article, see what you think, figure out what it says your net worth is, and just kind of, we're all on this journey together. And I know that my assets aren't enough to really hire somebody to help me through this, because most companies won't even really look at you unless you have $500,000 in which to invest. So they're not looking at your assets, they are looking at cash. What do you have available that they can manage? Anywhere from 500,000 to $1 million. They're like all over you. They really want to chat with you. We're here because we don't have a whole lot of options, and we just need to share information to help each other out. So that's why I'm bringing up that Northwestern Mutual article, June 2025, and just kind of figure out where you fit in the grand scheme of things. Don't spend a whole lot of time on it. Don't say, "Ooh, I have this," or "Ooh, I'm woefully inadequate." So that's why I don't like those, because if you're not hitting that target, don't feel badly. Just keep at it. Don't use that as a reason to stop. So just keep at it. Once you get started, you're going to be like, who knows when this will happen for you, going, okay, so I have some extra money, put it in. Any sort of a raise I get at work, that goes into the account, because I'm not going to spend that. I just save it. That's me. Think about it for you. Okay? And with that, because we like to keep these short and sweet, 10, 12, 13 minutes, something like that. So, with that, thank you so much for joining me once again for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.